What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostate is here. We are back in the world of EVE Online with our Alpha to Omega series. And one of the big things I wanted to point this out, I think I've shown this before. I know I did in my previous series, but this is something critical for early financial benefit. You never want to sell something at the base price. So let's look at what I'm talking about. So first off, let's look at Pyrite. So we want to sell Pyrite, right? So if we click on Pyrite and we sell Pyrite, we can sell Pyrite right now. We'll get 30,000 ISK and we're selling it at 3.88 each. Now, a lot of people that don't know anything about the market, don't know how things work, are going to be like, okay, cool, sure. Well, that's even 2.3% below the average. All right, so let's right click on this and click on view market details. Make sure you have this sorted correctly. You want to see the highest price and you want to see the lowest price here. I also like to filter. If you come up here to filters, make sure you've got it filtered to 0 jumps. That'll show you what's available in your station and only in your station. These are my personal preferences. You can do those as you see fit, but these two are critical. So 3.88, you can see that is the highest person that is buying here, right? And they're buying 22 million at this price. Now you can see right up here, 4 is the cheapest somebody's willing to sell it. The distance between this and this is your profit. So what we want to do, 30,000 ESK right here, we want to do 3.99, and that's going to move us up to 31,000 ESK. Now, you're going to be like, dude, that's 1.3K. Why do I give a shit about that? And that's a fair enough point. When you're dealing with small quantities, it really doesn't matter that much, sort of. But at the same time, if you look at this, this is an aggregate selling system. So for instance, 3%, 3 extra ISK per 100 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you do 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 million transactions, it really starts to add up. Now, early game, you do want to be careful because you only have, like for instance, I only have 7 market orders that I can work with. When you initially start out, you don't have the ability to, list 50, 60, 100 market orders. So you want to be careful with the ones that you use this for and where you do it. Like for instance, if you're out in the, BFE out in Rennes somewhere where, hardly anybody shops and your buy or sell order might stay there for, a week, you want to make sure that you're careful and not use up all of your stuff before, you even get to use it. You know what I mean? So you want to stick to stuff that's a little bit more valuable, so to speak, but this is a good rule of thumb anytime you're wanting to sell something to always look at the pricing. I mean, like, look at this. Holy shit. We're talking about 4,000 extra ISK. I mean, this is 5,700. We're going to be redoing this to 6498.93. I mean, that's 3 times the price. It's a ridiculous benefit. So make sure you take the time to actually look at these for things that you're going to be selling. It's definitely going to add up and definitely going to be worth it. Now, I did want to show you guys what I ended up doing. Now, I decided not to wait around in, what do you call it, in Hadaguagua or whatever. I just figured there wasn't going to be enough movement there. It was really going to take a while, and I was going to end up having to wait a week to get you guys another video. It just didn't seem to be the right idea. So what I did is I didn't quick sell. I canceled all my market orders there, packed everything up. I listed all of my ships, and I listed them at just over market, well, not over, under market value, like I just did with these, so that we will hopefully sell these in the next, week or so. You'll notice all of them are week timers except for the Reaper. The Reaper, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching a YouTube video. So that one we may not sell. I'm hoping the rest of these will sell, and that's going to give us a good option and a good startup. So I have a question for you guys, for those watching. The whole point of this series for me is to show you guys ways to make enough ISK to where you don't have to pay that monthly fee. Now, I will say that starting out, it's infinitely easier if you are willing to pay that monthly fee. But, the whole point of the series is not to. So my question is, am I allowed to join a corp? And the reason I say this is with industry, with everything in EVE, joining corp, joining a group of people is going to speed everything up. Now, I'm not going to join my own corp because, again, you know, I have some stuff that's in my corp that is not, what do you call it? Not traditional, so to speak. You know, I could set up my own corporation to make this process easy. We don't want to do that. So my question is, can I join a corp? And then if so, what kind? If I were to join a corp, we're not going to join a 00 corp or a wormhole corp. At least not in this character. We would join a high sec mining corp, most likely, and utilize their infrastructure to kind of speed things up. Now, how much of a speed up that's going to give, I'm not sure. The corporation would get named, so you guys would be able to see who we would join, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, that kind of puts me and them at a disadvantage because, you know, last time we did that, we got war decked within about 20 minutes. So, but I'm just curious, do you want me to do this 100% solo, or am I allowed to join a corp? I can do it either way. It's not going to be a problem. Just a question. So, all right. Now that we're up here in Jita, we've got most of our orders set up. I kind of want to start looking at, you know, what we want to do to bring things in. So looking at our spaceship command options here, and let's see, can I make this window a little bit less obnoxious? Drag this down, drag that down. Okay. So I can't use any ore industrial ships. Does that include barges? I bet it does. Regional market. Pretty sure it does. Is this an Omega skill set? Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, no ore ships other than the default. Okay. So let's collapse everything here so we can get a look at the industrial ships. And Noctis, Omega. Okay, well, that's not a mining ship anywhere. At least it didn't used to be. Obviously, the mining barge is here. We've already looked. These are the base ones. But apparently, see, I would think at least one of these would be open. But apparently not. So literally, we are stuck with the basics, which is going to be mining frigates. Which is weird because I guess they're under frigates here? Yeah. So it's basically the venture. Now, I think there's a couple different variations of the venture, aren't there? There is. There's the endurance and the prospect. And both of them require Omega. All right. So if we're going to be doing mining, the best we can do is the venture. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So then my question is, can we get a miner 2 on our venture, or are we limited there as well? So miner 2, we are not limited on this. Okay, so what is the requirements for the miner 2? It just requires mining 4. Now, we are working on, I believe, we have mining frigate, but we don't have mining. And we can get mining to 4. Now, you're gonna notice we can't drag this over. So we are gonna spend a little bit of our skill points here. You're about to spend 70,000 out. So we're about 10%, give or take. So we're going to get that knocked out. Close. We're going to go ahead and add mining there. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing for it. How many is that? That's going to be 37,000. Perfect. All right, so we've got mining and mining 4. Now, I don't think we're going to be doing resource reprocessing because the skill's so fucking low. I don't think that's going to do us any good. I am interested in planet management, but I guess you can't do any planetary. Let's do. I thought there was, 3 of the 5 shown. I want to see them all. All skills. There we go. Yeah. So we literally can't do planetary management without being an Omega. And I mean, I guess that's a good thing, because if you could, that could really be a problem. Trade. Jesus. I am going to add trade there. That's going to give us 4 more market orders. What about this one? Increases the range. I don't really care about increasing the range. Broker relations. Profit. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Each level subtracts a flat 1% from the cost associated with setting up a market order. I mean, that's a good idea to have. You don't have the broker? Yeah, buy and train. That's fine. Is it going to add it onto the bottom there? There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so now we've got that up. That's going to not take too long. As you can see, though, we are rapidly running out of options here for industry, which is kind of interesting. After this, I think we're going to just work on base. I mean, honestly, looking at this, I'm starting to think we can probably cap out our industrial character with our baseline skill points that we got, which is kind of crazy. Mass production allows operation of multiple factories, able to run one additional manufacturing job per level. Okay, well, we're already over the cap. How much is all of that? Just curious. 54,000, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and burn it all. Okay. So, we have industry 5, which I'm shocked they're letting us have. Really shocked that they're letting us have. We're going to go ahead and put mass production here. And I think that's about, I mean, honestly, I think that's about all we've got. Everything else is going to be defense or offense related for the most part. I mean, we can throw marketing 4 in there. We don't need corporation management. We don't need social rigging. Not really. Scanning. I mean, drones. What about mining drones? Can't do, wow, you can't even do the base. Jesus. All right. Well, our abilities really are going to be kind of hamstrung because of the Alpha to Omega setup. That's kind of crazy, actually. Not being able to have even the baseline mining drones. I mean, mining drones aren't going to really do us all of that good anyway, but because last time I checked, they were garbage. Let's see. Yeah, literally can't use even the baseline one. Wow, that's crazy. All right, but we can now use minor 2s, which is good. We can probably even use these bad boys here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at the variations and make sure that we're good. We may just do a full faction fitted venture because that may be the best we can do. I'm definitely not going to touch any more of these because I mean, we've capped out production pretty much. We've I guess I can throw industry down on the bottom there. So with our baseline skill points, we've managed to max out trade. We've managed to max out the mining frigates. Here, let me switch my skills. There we go. We've maxed out the mining frigate. I don't believe the venture gets any bonuses. Of course, I don't have it pulled up. I don't think it gets any bonuses from anything other than frigate because it's not. Minmatar frigate's not going to do me any good because it's not an actual. It's an ore frigate, so we can't pump that. So yeah, I guess the only other option we would have is just literally get drones for defense and then shields for defense. So, oof. And yeah, I guess we'll probably leave most of that stuff off. I probably will squeeze drones and such in here over the next couple of days. Skill control range of drones. Drone control range increased by 5,000 meters per skill. Wow, I don't remember there even being a drone range, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest. I know this affects the number of drones we can have. And I definitely, wow, I'm really tempted to just burn the rest of our skills up here. That's crazy, but there's no reason to, at least for now. So, all right, well, we're gonna look around and see if we can't find a nice, quiet system to set up in. Now that we're up here in Jita, like I said, we've got everything listed. We have sold. Wow, we sold everything we moved up here with the exception of these autocannons. 100% of everything we brought up here is already sold. That's kind of the difference between Jita and another system. And remember what I was telling you guys back previously, you know, yes, you might be able to make more of a profit per item in one of those faraway systems, but the amount of sales you can make is going to hamper your ability to make a profit. And don't get me wrong, there is shit tons of money to be made out there on the fringe and on the rim, so to speak. But you need deeper pockets. You know, if you're making a couple transactions and making a few thousand or a few 100,000 ISK, it's not worth the task. But if you can set it up to where you're making, 70 or 80 auctions at a time, you're moving millions or billions, it's definitely going to add up and help out. So in the next video, we are going to actually set up our venture. I'm going to tweak it out as best as we can. Keep in mind, we do have a budget of 5.6 mil. So, and we got to be careful because, you know, Eve, you definitely don't want to throw everything into one ship. So I'm going to trick us out one of these as best as possible. Once I've got it tricked out, I'll show you what we fit, why we fit it. We're going to find ourselves a nice little system, and we're going to start trying to produce and make some cash. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, best way to let me know is by slapping that like button. Leave a comment down in the comment section. And if you really enjoy the series, consider sharing it, because YouTube loves when videos are shared. That's the fastest way for videos to kind of propagate and you know, I don't want to say trend, because my videos will never trend, but you know, it definitely boosts their reach if they're shared. So consider that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Slap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.